Welcome to the tutorial for using Apply, Apply As, and Itemize for credit card transactions on the DATABASICS mobile app. I'll be using a tablet, but the process is the same for all Apple and Android devices. Let's start with our opened expense report. I'm going to add a new charge by clicking on the plus icon. From this menu, I can choose the credit card charges at the top of the menu, which are automatically imported based on my assigned company credit card. Here are all of my credit card charges. If one seems to be missing, just take note that sometimes it takes a few days to import into the system depending on the vendor. If you'd like to be notified when a specific charge comes in, you can use the alert icon at the bottom to get an email when a particular charge is imported into the DATABASICS system. Also at the bottom is an option for filtering the charges. If you have a lot of charges like me, you can use this feature to search for a specific amount, specific date, or a name to narrow down your list. The last icon at the bottom of the screen is the delete button, which you can use if you use your company card for a personal charge and you don't need to be reimbursed for it and you don't need to put it in an expense report. Let's start by choosing the Apply feature. Choose the charge that you want to use, then click on the arrow icon on the right. This will bring up a new menu at the bottom of the screen. I'll choose Apply this charge as a single expense. This brings up the expense form. What's nice about using credit card transactions is that most of the fields will already be filled in based on the data from the credit card charge. The expense type, for example, has already been recognized as retail. Now I just double check that this information is correct and click Next. At the next page, I need to add my receipts or attachments. I have three options. Use an attachment from my receipt repository, take a picture, or upload a picture from my device's camera roll. I'm going to use a receipt that I emailed into the system, which now resides in my receipt repository. Then I click on the receipt, make sure that it's the right one once it loads, and then click Attach. Now I'm brought back to my credit card transaction list, minus the charge I just applied to my expense report. Let's use the Apply As feature now. I'll choose the expense, click the arrow, and choose Apply as a single charge once again. This time, a default expense type was not recognized, so I need to choose it from the Expense Type drop-down menu. This is a meals expense, so I click Meals. The rest of the fields look good, so I'm going to click Done. Then I'm brought back to the credit card charges area minus that expense. Lastly, let's use the itemization feature. I'll click on the charge that I need to itemize. In this case, this Continental Airlines charge actually consists of two expense types, airlines and parking, so I need to itemize it. I'll click on the charge, click the arrow, and this time I'll choose the second option, itemize this charge in multiple expenses. The system will ask me to confirm, then bring me to where I need to choose the first expense type. I click on airfare, and then I'm brought to the expense form. The airfare alone cost $300, so I type 300 into the business amount area. Then I double check that all information looks correct and click Done. Now the system recognizes that 300 of the $350 has been accounted for. Now I need to add more expenses to account for the remaining $50. To do this, I click on the plus icon in the top left corner. Then I click on Parking. I need to type 50 in the business amount area, double check the remaining fields, and then click Done. The full amount has now been itemized. I can add receipts from here using the paperclip icon, or I can add receipts at the next page when I click Done. Here I can choose one of the three ways to add my receipt. I'm going to find this receipt I've already emailed into my repository, click Attach, then click Finish. And now you've seen how to use Apply, Apply As, and Itemize for credit card charges based on your mobile device.